Granny Maggie from Granny Magick, professor of Earth Magic at deaduniversity.com. Tomorrow night is the night of the dark moon. It's the last night before the new moon, which is when the very first sliver of the moon appears. So this is a perfect time to do the last of the things that you need to do during the waning moon. That's why I posted some banishing spells yesterday. To answer a couple of questions, a banishing spell is not going to come back on you in some way. Everything you do, of course, has a consequence, good or bad. But the consequence of a banishing spell probably would be that you would be protected for a while from somebody's energy, unless their will was strong enough and their interest was strong enough that they overcome that banishing spell eventually, and you have to deal with it again. At the most, freezer spells, banishing spells, those types of things are temporary. They're a way for you to buy time to deal with the problem in a more lasting way. That may be in a legal way if you're being abused or harmed. It can also allow you to pursue counseling, to negotiate with somebody, have a discussion. There's so many ways to deal with conflict in the mundane world. Magic is not a lasting result for that kind of thing. It can buy you time. It can give you some temporary lull so that you can put other means in place. The best way of dealing with people is to be open and to be honest. You can't keep people in your life and necessarily control them. The ultimate way of dealing with a bad boss is probably to either pursue it through human resources or find another job. If you have somebody in your life on a regular basis, it's pretty hard to banish or bind them. It's as if each time you go, you're inviting them back into your space. And that's where, instead of stepping away from people, what we're really getting into is wanting to control them. And that really isn't effective. So when you're doing this work, it's really protective work. It's a way of protecting yourself, your home, those you love, from things that are inappropriate or harmful. They buy you time so that you can find other ways to strengthen the impact. Find that new job, move to that new house, get that restraining order in place, start those counseling sessions, open up some honest discussions once you've had time to gather the facts. There's a lot of ways that you use these spells, but ultimately people's will is very, very strong. The human will trumps just about anything, even in dealing with harmful entities or ghosts or spirits. The human will in a healthy person gives you the power to deal with just about anything that comes your way. I'm not going to say you enjoy it or that it's not pleasant or that it doesn't cost you some energy. However, you can overcome obstacles in your life with a combination of your will, intent, magic that focuses that will and intent, crystals, herbs, and mundane, everyday methods. This is Granny Maggie from Granny Magick, professor of Earth Magic at deaduniversity.com.